And whether you're watching from Amazon or Battlefield.com, we're on Siege of Shanghai. It's a beautiful map, very symmetrical. It's kind of got a horseshoe shape. And also, again, has that bay area that comes there in the middle. There's a lot of destructible points. It's, of course, the new features that kind of involved with the Levolution. Also, the commander mode that's been implemented in here. And one of the cool things that we've seen, of course, is the seaside of things, the ocean front.
Yes.
With the amphibious vehicles.
Yeah, that's right. You know, lots of changes into the maps of the maps, as you guys, have seen all day long. You've seen all the different ways that Levolution can impact the experience of Battlefield 4. But we are going to be on board here with Alpha 27, who is going to be playing for the U.S. squad. All the Alpha guys are going to be on the U.S. and the Bravo guys are going to be on the CN squad. And you can actually see that there we go. Actually, some Alpha guys finding Bravo players.
Let's hop into the first-person view. See how well he's controlling this one at this point. He's got one so far. And I don't believe he was able to pick him up. He was actually able to hide behind that middle island and see if he might be able to come back around. He's still alive, and looks like his teammates were able to help him out. As we're still on board with Alpha 27. As they're trying to be able to make their push over here towards the D and E side. But we're about to have some tank-on-tank battles here up on top of the bridge. He's being fired upon. A lot of damage being caused here. As they're going back and forth, he's trying to go for a ram of some sort.
Yeah,
but right now, they're both 50-50 right now. They're looking for whoever's able to make the next shot, causing so much damage. Back and forth it goes. It's between tank and tank. Can they get things calibrated? Because it looks like they're all over the place right now. Yeah, he's able to cause a little bit more damage, and he finally gets taken out. Typically, whenever we have a quick switch happen, when we switch between player to player, we don't get to see that death animation yet.
Yeah.
And that's probably cool. That'd be one of the requests. But look at this, parachuting down there, and he's not a Black Knight. He can't make that that swooping.
Well, something I do want to point out, and I noticed, and maybe which could be pretty interesting. I saw a lot of people talking about it on the Reddit as just like what they were talking about in regards to the, what they were talking about in regards to the, oh man, I'm losing my train of thought. The reloading in the tank. I apologize. So yeah, basically one of the big things was that people were wondering how are tanks going to work. We saw that there was an ammo count on tanks. You actually saw right there. I saw for myself that when they shot the shell, they actually replenished that shell back. So and then it was a time for that reload as well. So that was pretty cool. I don't know obviously if that's definitive, but I certainly did enjoy that because I know a lot of people online have been asking about that.
Yeah, for those of you also that are questioning what exactly that we're seeing, I know typically for those of you that play Battlefield on a regular basis, you see that anytime you're typically supposed to be shooting at the orange side, and but in this case, since we're in spectator mode, you have the capability of you try to make things a little bit more decisive. Yeah. One side is one side is the other, and so in this case, the U.S. is going to be the blue HUDs that we see. And the Bravo team or the Chinese team is going to be the orange. But you saw that little conflict that happened inside there. They're playing the game a ring around the rosy and finally was able to slice and dice, and that member from Alpha side went down.
Yep, and we are on board Alpha 04 here on your screen. Finding a bunch of Bravo guys as well. Long-range shots for that red dot side. Able to clean up that one player. Good stuff as they're going to be making their way inside of his storefront here. He is going to have his teammate there for support. And look at this one. This player actually quite solid, landing a lot of shots on. And I mean, obviously you always want to go for that, go for the kill. But the way that it seems like they're definitely suppressing and supporting their teammates to the best of their ability. And now we're seeing as Alpha 04 continuing the advancement forward onto E.
Yeah, it's still a little conflict that's happening right here out in the open. They're doing a great job. This Alpha team, they're just going to completely mow over the opposition as they're continuing to move down the street. They picked up numerous points out here so far. They've got A, C, and D. They just need to do work there on the B to be able to pick up that Tomahawk there for the commander. But looks like that flag was turned neutral by the Chinese, and they flipped it to now their possession there in B.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of activity going down on the street here by the E building. And Alpha 4 opting to go back around, and we might see some defib action. I'm not too sure. Never mind. He actually goes to pick up the gun instead. So regardless of the fact, though, what Alpha Squad is doing, great control. They're just continuing to push this team through to the other side here and get control of E.
Need to be able to look out for the flank so far. He's having a little bit of trouble. Doesn't realize that he needs to break that glass.
Glass usually needs to be broken, or else you can't go through it.
It's so clear. It's like the Windex commercial where the birds are flying into it.
Yeah, right.
That's where we're at right now. Just needs to shatter the glass this time. But right now, as we take a look, 752 tickets there to 581 or 561. And so far, let's see, we're on board here with Alpha 04.
Look at this.
Heading over here towards the east side. Going all out right now. He spots one, trying to go for the those dog tags. Right behind, trying to figure out which button is it? Is it this button? I can't find it. He needs to select something. Is it? He's going to decide. Well, all right, whatever. I'm out of here. I don't even know what button I should press. I don't even know that I'm supposed to do mouse 1 here.
You just let that one get away. But you know what, though? Alpha 04 is still alive, keeping the dream alive here for all the Alpha 04s out there. And yeah, they are going to be able to get E, so that will give them that. But they are losing D right now. D is going to be neutral. B or C will go to the U.S. squad. And then you have the CN guys having A and B. Now, the other cool thing, you know, how this affects commander mode, we actually spoke about this before. You know, when you capture A and E, that doesn't give you anything for commander, but when you capture B, C, and D, those actually do. And I really like that aspect of it. I certainly do think it's a welcome change.
As right now you can see that amphibious vehicle being utilized entirely out there in the harbor. It looks like it's been spotted and taken down. As right now, as we take a look at the skyscraper, you can see that right now it looks like none of the key points of the pillars have been taken out so far, so they're going to be good in there. As also, you can see that there's different points. Probably going to take the elevator up. Checking the front side, there will have one player that's going to go into the elevator.
Might just try and hold the lobby too. You know, that's always a viable strategy.
They
Not
may
allowing
have
them to get control
right now.
It could be. They could be. So we'll see here as Bravo Company is going to continue to lay down suppressing fire on the Alpha squad.
Shot.
Yeah, that actually was a really good shot. So they're going to advance forward this squad here, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. And it seems like they are going to be going by the water. So let's go ahead.
They're loving the fact that they can swim quickly here now. I mean, it's actually one of my favorite things too. They spotted a ladder over there on the other side. They're Olympians right now, swimming over there towards the next ladder to be able to pick up. They're heading over right now towards that D flag. And we'll see if whether or not they can combat here against this U.S. team. Hopping on board right now with Alpha 04, who's been on the top of our leaderboard so far. We saw him earlier where he was struggling to be able to knife somebody. But right now they're over there towards the metro. They're trying to retake this.
Try finding one up top. He's going to push shots down, hit markers, and he is able to close out that one as he gets that kill. Alpha 04 certainly playing very good here for the Alpha team. And a big factor in them winning right now, but you know, the CN squad could very well come back from this one, and we'll see if they could do so here.
Dropped into the wrong place.
Yeah, Alpha 04 is definitely hot right now. He is on point, looking for anyone to contest from up top.
If we can right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the third-person view for a moment so we can take advantage of looking at his complete scorecard at this point. You can see right now he's got 11 kills. And one death. He's got 11 KDR right here.
Nice.
So kill-death ratio for those of you that are out there.
Yeah,
and it just shows how dominant he's been. Of course, Battlefield's not always about the kill-death. It's mostly about the score, and that's really where a big impact comes into play. Talking about in terms of medic. I mean, so we've got this medic right here has done a great job. So far, he's taking complete advantage of all those score points here, but so far one of our better players. He's got full attachments. You can see he's got the green laser pointer, the angled grip, utilizing this CZ805. So completely just playing this game properly.
Yeah, and something I want to point out too, by the way, look at Alpha 04 going in the water, pistol action, give it to him. So something pretty cool to point out as well is that, and something I would like to point out, the ammo, right? When he was running around, he had 16 bullets left in the 31.
Oh, nice kill there.
Clip.
No wonder he's playing so well.
Yeah, he's got a bunch. He is going to have to get away from this, though.
That water was toxic for a moment as we saw those bullets flying. He's down to low health. He's going to be able to go ahead and come back up. Bouncing around. Nice dodge technique. Yeah, it turns out you can kind of bounce around like that. And so we're still back on board here with Alpha 04. as they're trying to hop around. Again, trying to take advantage of the environment to hop over here so far. So again, just for those of you at home, pre-alpha version of Battlefield 4 here at E3. If you want your chance to go ahead and pre-order it now over at Amazon.com. And a huge shout out to our sponsors. They're Razer, AMD, and Astro.
That's right, you know, and of course, if you guys haven't had a chance yet to do so, shame on you. Pre-order Battlefield 4 like right now. You can do so on Amazon, and highly suggest doing that there. You can also watch the stream from Amazon as well. And here comes the building.
I'm looking. I hear a bunch of noises now. Yep.
There
all those
is.
points are broken for those of you. You can see all of those players falling. And again, there goes the pillars. For those of you that haven't been informed at this point, but for those that have been watching this entire time, huge kudos to you. But I'm going to repeat the same thing again here. The way that you take down the skyscraper, there's 4 pillar points, and each one of them you have to hit at least twice with something highly explosive. That's not a grenade. That's more so like an RPG, shots from a tank, or even also some C4. But look at that. So you can see right now they've got to the C point and see all this destruction and the debris.
Yeah.
So there's 2 things to note. Of course, the ground has changed. It's pushed the land out into the harbor area. The C flag has changed position. And lastly, if we kind of tilt our way up, you can see that all the dust and debris out there, and that's not only going to make an impact on long-range battles, that's going to deter any helicopters. That's also going to make an impact on any individual that's trying to utilize the gunship.
Yeah, and we are back with Alpha-04, the leader of this game here for the Alpha Squad. Izzy is right now sitting with a 6 KD, you know, and it's still very good. He's only died 2 times in this game, and it seems as if they are going to go down and get their control back. And ooh, look at that! You actually saw that there, that green light shining on the face of Alpha-04 ended up costing him his life there. As we jump on over to Alpha-23 now, and he is going to be advancing his way forward. He sees all the dust and debris, like you said before, Corey. It changes the gameplay quite a lot because it reduces your vision.
So right now we've got 4 points of attack right now. You've got AD right now that are trying to turn neutral. We've got 3 points that are neutral now. And there's conflict all over this map. And right now, the Chinese are taking over. They picked up 4 points here. And 1 point, that's A, that has turned neutral.
Yep.
And so the Chinese are doing pretty well late in the game. They needed a lot of points, and I mean, it's almost like it's all she wrote at this point. As we'll go ahead and hop on board here with Alpha 06. And of course, the interesting approach, the thing that we were talking about before, with the spectator mode, having the capability to switch between players with utilizing the scoreboard. So look how easy that is. We hop directly into the first-person view. We can see exactly, we tell, hey, we know that Joe Bob has been playing really well. Let's go ahead and switch to his perspective. We can do that utilizing the score. If we notice that his score is really well, if his kill streaks are going, if he's been able to pick up numerous kills, one after the next.
Yep.
You know, all these different types of aspects to utilize bouncing around from the scoreboard. The other aspect to be able to quick switch to other players is taking advantage of the tabletop. In the overview, you can just hop right into the action where it's at.
Yeah, I really do like that, you know, the tabletop feature. And look at here, Alpha-08 actually finding some targets right in front of him. But yeah, I really do enjoy that tabletop feature. I do feel like there is a lot of potential in that area, you know, especially with spectating. But even then, just, you know, you can't forget about the fact that that is a view of the commander mode. But Alpha Squad pushing down. They're shooting each other, you know, because they have this middle covered. They're good to go.
Yeah, so right now they spot one player that's over there towards the island. He's going to look towards the sky to try to launch it as far as he can. Turns out physics wasn't his main class that he went to there. As right now he's going to continue to be able to push up, be able to pick up one. And that's going to be enough so far. But so as we look at this game and how dominant it has been, and just the perspective that each member from DICE has, the passion behind it, the fact that they listen to feedback, every bit of this has just been phenomenal. It's been a great experience for me.
Yeah, there's a clear-cut vision out there, guys, just so you know, and DICE is very committed to that vision as we've been speaking to with them more and more today. But this is not the first day that we're going to do so. We're actually going to be speaking with community members